So mathematics, today's class we will see the relationship between mathematics, science, technology and engineering. So what is mathematics? Mathematics by its basic form is the structure, order and relation that has evolved from elemental practices of counting, measuring and describing the shapes of objects. So the basic mathematics is basically taught in schools in lower classes itself, that is counting, measuring and finding out the shapes of objects. It also deals higher classes, what you will learn is logical reasoning and quantitative calculation, and its development has involved an increasing degree of idealization and abstraction. So without a mathematical model we will not move to any kind of experimentation or any kind of project. So the basic thing for any project to be made successfully is to make a mathematical model and check if the mathematical model is working. So ever since 17th century, maths has been an indispensable adjunct to physical sciences and technology. And now in recent times, it has assumed a similar role in quantitative aspects of life sciences. So in many cultures, under the stimulus of needs of practical pursuits such as commerce and agriculture, mathematics has developed far beyond basic counting. The growth has been greatest in societies complex enough to sustain these activities and to provide leisure for contemplation and the opportunity to build on the achievements of earlier mathematicians. Now for all the mathematical systems, these are combination of set of axioms and theorem that can be logically deduced from axioms. Inquiries into logical and philosophical basis of mathematics reduce to question of whether axioms of a given system ensure its completeness and its consistency. So science is basically a Latin word. It is the meaning is knowledge. So it is a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions about the world. So every prediction about the world is done using science only. We know that very well. For example, prediction of rainfall, prediction of tsunami and other things, even prediction of very hot temperature and other things. The earliest root of science can be traced to ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, and we can see it was there around 3000 to 1200 BC itself. And after the fall of Western Roman Empire, knowledge of Greek conceptions of the world deteriorated in Western Europe during the early centuries of the Middle Ages. Okay? And the recovery and assimilation of Greek works and Islamic inquiries into Western Europe from the 10th to 13th century revived natural philosophy. So this was later transformed by scientific revolution and began in the 16th century as new ideas and discoveries departed from previous Greek conceptions and traditions. So we can conclude that scientific method played a greater role in knowledge creation, and it was not until the 19th century that many of the institutional and professional features of science began to take shape, along with the changing of natural philosophy to natural science. So we can trace the higher levels of science to 19th century, where natural philosophy has changed to natural science. So modern science is categorized as natural science. So what is natural science? The science which studies the nature. Okay, and then it is social science. Next one, that is study of individuals and societies, and formal science which deals with symbols governed by rules. Okay, so in natural science we have biology, chemistry, and physics, and in social science we have economics, psychology, and sociology. Whereas in formal sciences we have this logic, maths, computer science, theoretical computer science and other things. And there is another type of science that is called as the applied science, which has mm, use the scientific knowledge for practical purposes such as engineering and medicine. That comes under applied sciences. So three broad categories. Apart from that, we have an applied science as well. So now we will see what is technology. Technology is very prominent in engineering. So what technology is collection of techniques. Now what are these techniques? We are saying collection of techniques, but what are these techniques? So these techniques are humans' knowledge about how to combine resources. We are having some natural resources, we are having some concepts in mathematics. So how to combine resources, apply concepts of mathematics, concepts of physics through these resources in order to obtain a desired product. Before making a product, you need to find out what are the problems that are existing in a particular locality or in the particular situation, and then you have to fulfill those needs, or you have to satisfy. Sometimes we need some equipments or some devices only for luxury, or maybe for our for some needs. For sometimes it is for a need and sometimes it is for a want. So in both the places we should be, as an engineer, an engineer must be able to use his knowledge of science and physics and use the resources which is available in order to make the product which is a need and which is a want, both. And it includes technical methods, skills, processes, technique, tools, and raw materials. These are the technical methods, skills, processes, techniques, and other things. These are the things that is being taught in engineering. In engineering, you will be studying the different technical methods and the skill development in order to use these methods in a proper way. Now, specializations in engineering. If these technologies combined with medical terms, it is called medical technology. Space means space technology, and there are other types of technology. So what is the state of art technology? High technology, or the advanced technology that is available to humanity in any of the fields. This is technology. Technology may also be viewed as an activity that forms or changes the culture. It is an application of, as we have already seen, it is the application of math, science, as well as art for the benefit of life. So every time technology is utilized to improve our life. Say for example, now if you imagine in the early 90s, what were the different technologies available, and now you compare it to the technologies that is available here, it has definitely helped us improve our lifestyle. So one the example is rise of communication technology. So now we have mobile phones, we have video conferences. So earlier days, if you remember, if you had to contact somebody who stays abroad, I'm talking about the 70s and 80s, was it even possible? No, it was not possible. But now you see, just a WhatsApp video call we can make, and we can meet our relatives or our loved ones who are staying abroad also. So communication and internet and computer, this has grown so much that now we don't feel the we don't have any kind of regrets in life. So earlier days we had regrets that we could not meet this person, we could not stay in touch with this particular person. Now we don't have such kind of regrets. So, and as a cultural activity, it predates both science and engineering, each of which formalize some aspects of technological endeavor. Here we have the three important aspects in engineering. So definitely engineering involves science, engineering, as well as technology. Now what is science? Science, as we have already discussed, it is a systematic knowledge of physical or material world gained through observation and experimentation. So science is mandatory for an engineer. Without having knowledge about what is there in the world, I think it is difficult to come up with a product or a process. And what's engineering? Engineering is goal-oriented process of designing. You see here, no? Designing and making tools, systems to exploit the natural phenomenon for human use. And there are techniques that are made using the knowledge of both science and engineering. Knowledge of science is used, engineering techniques are applied. Now, what is technology? Technology is an interlink. When you combine both science and engineering, it gives rise to what is called technology. So it is a consequence of science and engineering, although technology as human activity precedes the two fields. Yeah, that is so true. So science might study the flow of electrons in electrical conductor, and scientists and engineers are both considered as technology, and these three fields are often considered for the purpose of research and reference. So I think we can stop for this class. In the next class, we will discuss about the STEAM pyramid in detail. Now that we have seen the difference between engineer, we have seen the collaboration or the differences and similarities between science, engineering and technology. Using this, we will see where and already in the previous class we have seen the art and its motivated and non-motivated functions of art. Okay, now we will see how the STEAM pyramid, it combines all these activities and how it gives the students or you students are able to make a career. You are able to understand your expertise and you are able to choose a career in your respective field. Thank you. See you in the next class.